update you about a chapter you, Your Excellency, began in our prestigious school.
On December of last year, Your Excellency would visit a number of schools around the nation, including the Nairobi Comprehensive School, where you would begin a kitchen garden initiative. This initiative would change the lives of many all around Kenya, not just in our school. For this, we thank you, not just on behalf of us, but on behalf of everyone you have benefited. This would change the trajectories of the Environmental Club and the 4K Club, and we will explain how. Michelle, can you tell us more about what she did when she came to our school?
Certainly. On 4th December 2024, your dearest, Mama Rachel Ruto, came to our prestigious school and planted her very first tree, which was an avocado tree. She went ahead behind our kitchen block and planted varieties of vegetables, namely terere, mshebebe, skuma matumbo, skuma wiki, beans, and cabbages. On top of all that, the beans and cabbages are ready for their second harvest soon this year. Lorraine, do you mind telling us more about this initiative?
Yes, I would. We didn't leave it at just where you started it. We decided to follow in your path. For example, if you came to the Nairobi Comprehensive School this time last year, you wouldn't have seen a greenhouse or another kitchen garden where we grow a variety of fruits and vegetables, such as passions, tomatoes, cabbages, beans. Truly a legacy. Michelle, I'm sure there's more to how this has benefited us. How have we benefited from this financially?
The Kitchen Garden Initiative has helped us cut costs significantly. It's helping us to pay the money that's being saved from buying vegetables and fruit. It's helping us to pay for our clubs and building our grade 9 classes. When I say we have many clubs, I mean many clubs. Lorraine, what promise did we make to Her Excellency?
We promised to Your Excellency that we would take care of the fish ponds.
Exactly. We promised to harvest our mature fish on January this year. I proudly stand here to say we did so. We were even able to restock on our mature fish and fingerling fish. The mature fish are waiting for their harvest soon this year. Lorraine, I'm sure there's more to this legacy.
Yes, there's definitely more. This legacy has supported the new competency-based education curriculum. For example, learners such as Michelle and I, we no longer have to go through extensive methods to learn about the environment. We can learn agriculture in our classrooms and go do it practically in our school compounds. And not just in school, at home as well. Just imagine, nowadays, learners, ordinary people like you and I, we are now able to plant, dig, care for, and reap the benefits of agricultural life. We are even able to stand before you here today to talk to you about this initiative. It has also had a significant effect on our nutritional life. For example, in our school, we eat skuma wiki and spinach from the gardens each and every single week. Therefore, we no longer have to rely on imported foods or junk food, foods that we are unsure of. We are able to harvest and cook the food ourselves.
Hamoni vile sura zetu zimeng'aa zapendeza.
Despite this amazing legacy, this story is not yet over. If anything, it has just begun.
The question is, are you willing to write this story with us, just as Her Excellency did? Thank you.
That's indeed a beautiful testimonial. We'll have another one from Bensuda Claudia of State House Primary and Secondary School. Let's welcome her with a warm clap.
Your Excellency, Mama Rachel Ruto, distinguished guests, good morning. My name is Bensuda Claudia from State House Junior and Primary School, and I'm in grade 8. Early December 2024, Mom Rachel Ruto came and introduced 4K to us, which means Kuungana, Kufanya, Kusaidia Kenya. This was done through her innovative program, Feed One and Hunger. The 4K Club started with vegetable crops that grow fast, such as kales, spinach, and curly-kales in raised beds and vertical gardens. We also added some herbs like chamomile, oregano, and rosemary. The club enrolled students who thought farming was only for villagers or people from rural areas. 4K has taught us a lot of smart agricultural practices. As a student, I am now able to make my own kitchen garden at home, which gives us vegetables. The members of 4K came together and named our garden the Green Organic Garden. It has helped our school a lot. Last Tuesday, we ate cassavas as our tea snack. The cassavas are so sweet that made our mouth watery. Every time we'll take a bite. On Wednesday, we had freshly harvested kales and ate it with ugali. Thanks to our head teacher, she made us meat. We ate a balanced diet and now we are as healthy as we could ever be. The transformation of a wasted land to a beautiful farm makes us very happy. When we see our vegetables growing, we feel proud. Our Excellency Mom Rachel Ruto, please come again and taste our cassavas. Thank you.
Thank you very much for the beautiful and wonderful testimonials. Indeed, we can see how positively the Mama Kitchen Garden is impacting our schools. Thank you. Your Excellency will now move to the next part of this program, and to invite on stage is the permanent representative, Kenya Mission Ambassador Grace Akara, who will lead us in the rest of the program. Karibu, Madam. Tumkaribisheni kwa makofi tafadhali.
Your Excellency, First Lady of the Republic of Kenya, Mama Rachel Ruto, the Honorable MP for Westlands, Mr. Tim Wanyonyi, Deputy Executive Director, UN Habitat, Mr. Michel Melina, Under-Secretary General and Envoy for Road Safety, Mr. Tut, members of the Diplomatic Corps, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Before I give my remarks, allow me to invite the area MCA to give us a few remarks. You're welcome.
Thank you very much. I'm the area MCA, Honorable Alvin Orlando, Mheshimiwa First Lady, Area MP, all protocol observed. Good afternoon. First of all, I want to congratulate the First Lady for the good job you are doing. Most of us, we keep on complaining, we have a problem, we don't have vegetables, and we have idle land that is around. And now you are really doing a good work of doing planting of vegetables. I want to take this opportunity to welcome you, especially to Farasi School and Kitusuru as a whole. Thank you.
Your Excellency, as I mentioned, we also have the MP for the area, Mr. Tim Wanyonyi, who has been instrumental in supporting this school. May I request, Your Excellency, that Mr. Tim Wanyonyi makes a few remarks.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency, First Lady, all protocols observed. My name is Tim Wanyonyi, a Member of Parliament for Westlands. Your Excellency, this program is a very, very special program, and it's going to fit our children, and we believe many schools, especially in Nairobi, what keeps our children in school is when the school has a sound fitting program. It makes children to remain in school. It makes children to wake up, some of them that meal they eat in school, it may be the only meal they'll eat. I remember there was a girl in one of our schools. When she was given food at school, she would eat a little and keep a little for her siblings at home. And that was going on until it was discovered by the principal. And we identified, we looked for the mother, and we had to encourage her to bring children to school, and it solved very many problems. So this initiative, Your Excellency, let it be known to Kenyans, because our government is doing so much work, but it's not being channeled out to Kenyans. Kenyans are just now complaining about this or that, but we want to show them the positive side of the government, what the government is doing. Your Excellency, this is your program, and I'm very sure at the end of the day, Kenyan children are going to benefit, parents and everybody. And we want to wish you well, and we shall work with you as local leaders. Wherever you need us, Your Excellency, just let us know, and we shall come and join you and support whatever you are doing. Thank you very much, and welcome to Westlands.
Thank you very much, Mheshimiwa. Your Excellency, with your permission, may I now invite the Deputy Executive Director, UN Habitat, Mr. Michel Mlina, to make some remarks. Let's welcome him with a round of applause, please.
Thank you very much, Balozi. Your Excellency, Madam Rachel Ruto, and Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, dear parents and teachers and students, it really gives me a great pleasure to appreciate this important event that we have been so proud to team up for with you, Your Excellency, and with the Kenya mission to UN Habitat at the time when we are, as you see on the sides of the podium, when we are hosting here in Nairobi the resumed session of the UN Habitat Assembly, which is quite a unique event taking place only normally every 4 years. But what matters in that context is that we bring to Nairobi, to our wonderful host country of Kenya, ministers and other delegates from all over the world to discuss important events related to challenges around housing, land, basic services that are needed for the population in the urban or rural context. Urbanization, which is an important global trend that brings a lot of challenges but also a lot of opportunities. And on top of all that, also championing the youth agenda and bringing our children and our youth on board for the important changes and the important policies that need to be really brought higher to the attention of governments and of leaders. And I would like to take this opportunity to thank you personally, Your Excellency, the President, and the whole government of Kenya for being really at the forefront of championing the issues that I have just mentioned, in particular adequate housing for all. And you may be familiar with the fact that His Excellency, the President of Kenya, has on the global level been a champion of just that, of adequate housing for all, and we always take advantage of this important leadership. The issue of food security is very closely connected to our work because it is not only about the material improvements and the various related issues such as infrastructure that we try to address, but also the well-being, especially, of course, of our children and the young people, and the constant focus on the quality of life that we need to guarantee for the people, whether they are living in an urban or in a rural setting, or whatever background or culture or setting they grow up or come from. So in that context, I would really like to praise the Mama Kitchen Garden initiative, which fits well into the global efforts, but the global efforts that we are bringing down to the national and the local level. I'm proud to say that at UN Habitat we really have been advancing extremely well the issue of localizing the SDGs. It may sound a little bit foreign or a little bit formal, but what it means is that the various development initiatives and the sustainable policies in the context of the 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development need to be brought down to the local level. And we need to rally the support not only of the national governments, but also of local governments or local authorities. In your case, of course, the governors of counties, the MPs or the MCAs that play an important role, but also other local actors, including schools, including parent organizations, and other grassroots initiatives. But very importantly, the young people themselves. The young people who are often change makers, the young people who show us through their involvement and leadership the way forward, and who also hold us accountable. And that's something that really cannot be taken for granted. So let me once again thank you for this important event and the initiative, and commit from the UN Habitat perspective that we certainly will continue walking the talk with you and ensuring that initiatives like the Mama Kitchen Garden initiative really bring the necessary outcomes, and that we can then bring them also to the attention of others, whether in other parts of Kenya or in other parts of East Africa for that matter, or the East African community, other parts of Africa, or on the global level. So please stay with us in that important work, and we certainly will make sure that the initiative is not only fruitful for some communities or for a small part of the population, but that it inspires millions, and that it really is a game changer for the quality of life of many in the context of what the 2030 Agenda really focuses on, and that means leaving no one behind. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Michelle. Your Excellency, may I now invite the UN Under-Secretary General and Special Envoy on Road Safety, Mr. Jean Todt, to make some remarks.
Your Excellency, Rachel Ruto, First Lady of the Republic of Kenya, Dear Excellencies, Cabinet Secretaries, colleagues and friends, good morning to you all. I'm delighted to be among you today. Any gathering that puts children at the center of our dialogue on healthy lifestyles and diets, equity, and the future of our cities is a vital one. Beyond today's topic of the effects of urbanization on food security, I want to draw your attention to another important aspect affecting the everyday lives of school children: road safety. I thank Her Excellency, the First Lady, for her leadership in cycling initiatives, shining a light on this other crisis that I refer to it as a silent pandemic. Road traffic injuries are the leading cause of death among children and young people aged 5 to 29 years old. Every day around the world, families are torn apart by the sudden and preventable loss of a child on the road. Behind every statistic is a name, a story, and a life full of promise cut short. This makes road safety a matter of public health and justice. And it is why the United Nations has made it a priority. Through Sustainable Development Goals 3.6 and the Second of Action for Road Safety, we are committed to halving road traffic deaths and injuries by 2030. Through SDG 11.2, we try to ensure safe, affordable, and sustainable transport for all, particularly children, women, and other vulnerable road users. These global goals are achieved through local action, and I'm proud to highlight the inspiring work led by Kenya, the Nairobi country government, and our partnership from UN Habitat. I particularly want to congratulate Nairobi and Kenya for your commitment to expanding safe walking and cycling infrastructure, not only across the city, but throughout the country. Its impact on road safety is significant, as pedestrians and cyclists account for a high proportion of all fatalities involving the most vulnerable road users. Recently, with the support from a project backed by the UN Road Safety Fund, UN Habitat undertook a thorough analysis around Moi Avenue Primary School and Mutuwa Primary School. What they found was deeply concerning. Children crossing multiple lanes of chaotic traffic, poor signage, limited walking space, and an overall lack of safe infrastructure near schools. It is clear that we have and we must do better. Excellency, yesterday I had fruitful conversation with the regional representative of the United Nations Office on Drugs and Crime. We discussed how road safety is increasingly threatened by the rise in drug and substance use. Drug use affects normal functioning of our brains, impairing judgment and delaying critical reflexes. Drivers and riders under influence of alcohol and drugs are responsible for many crashes, particularly along key transport and trade corridors where Kenya plays a central role as a regional hub. These realities call for a more balanced and restorative approach to traffic enforcement, one that promotes safety without deepening poverty or inequality. In addressing road safety, we must also consider the broader social and justice implication of how traffic offenses are handled. The government of Kenya is working to modernize enforcement of traffic laws in Kenya while promoting behavioral change that guarantees road safety. Through UN HODA's criminal justice and crime prevention work in Kenya, it has been noted that a significant proportion of the remand and prison population consists of individuals charged with minor traffic offenses. Many of these are public service operators who are often the sole breadwinners for their families. When they are incarcerated, even for minor infractions, it sets off a vicious cycle of economic hardship and social disruption that reverberates through entire communities. But action has already begun. From that work, the team developed a Safe School Zone report to identify challenges and provide recommendations to make school environments safe for children. They also launched the ABC of Road Safety, an interactive booklet that is distributed to schools around Kenya and that teaches road safety to children through games, drawings, and simple lessons. The project has also produced a Playful Streets guidebook, which helps cities reimagine their roads, not as just transit corridors, but as child-friendly spaces where safety and play coexist. These are seeds of transformation, but they must grow. So we call on all partners, schools, local authorities, the national government, and the international community to spread this work, not only to most schools in Nairobi, but to every city and county in Kenya. We must also invest in infrastructure improvement, in education and capacity building, and in safer routes to school that allow every child to walk, cycle, and travel in safety and dignity. And let's use the Global Alliance of Cities for Road Safety to share the experience with one another. To save school children's lives, I also invite the government and industry to launch a new initiative with support to ensure that every motorcycle sold comes with 2 UN standard helmets, one for the rider and one for the passenger. This will better ensure the safety of a child taken to school on a motorcycle. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, road safety is not a privilege, it is a right, a human right. Children should never have to risk their lives just to access education. We need to act boldly, urgently, and together to wake up this silent pandemic. I count on you and I thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Todd. Your Excellency, with your permission now, allow me to invite the children from the secondary school who have a small item to highlight some things that they've been doing in the school before I make my remarks and invite Your Excellency to make your remarks.
Her Excellency, the distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. My name is Jacinta Miheso from Farasi, ready to present a poem entitled, Rachel, a Woman of Grace. Welcome, Her Excellency, Dr. Rachel Ruto. My pardon. Welcome, Her Excellency, Mrs. Rachel Ruto, with honor and pride. Through Farasi's gates, welcome, Her Excellency, Ms. Rachel Ruto, with honor and pride. Through Farasi's gate, you gracefully stride.
Let's encourage her with a round of applause. You're doing well, you're doing well. You're doing well. You're doing well.
You stand as a symbol, a beacon so bright, of wisdom, of courage, of kindness, and of light. You walk with power of history's flame, uplifting the voices too long kept in shame. As we welcome you to this space, we thank you for bringing a spirit of grace. You inspire our hearts. You talk every mind. to rise to our best, to learn and to shine. May your journey be blessed. May your journey be blessed. May your future be bright. As you come to this Farasi lane, thank you.
Let's give her another round.
See the First Lady, Madam Rachel Ruto, her honored guests, teachers, students, pupils, good afternoon. So in front of you is a poem entitled Mama You Are More by Michelle. So it goes as you hear it. This morning I woke up and my mom ironed my clothes like she was preparing me for a battle. She said, Michelle, make sure uja sweat. Make sure hujasahau kufananisha socks zako. And please usishindwe kuongea. Spoiler alert, they did until I got here. Now, one feels tighter than the other one, and I'm afraid to look down because Mama Rachel Ruto is in our school. And I don't know if I should speak, sing, curtsy, or just stand here politely. We prepared, we cleaned. We even watered plants that were dead since last term. Imagine that. Obviously, our school Wi-Fi didn't come back, but our spirits did. Then she arrived. Elegant, calm, powerful, Mama Rachel Ruto. The only woman who can wear a smile sharper than a sword and still makes it look graceful. Mama, you walk with passion. You pray with a purpose. You know, you are not loud, but somehow everyone manages to hear you out. When you walked in through our gates, even the school bell rang in a tune. Even the dust settled like, behave. Because of you, Mama Rachel, you are the kind of leaders who make socks forget that they do much, who make a nervous girl from Farasi Lane stand in front of a powerful woman aside from her mother when she breaks a cup and tries to blame the wind. And you're the kind of woman who makes chemistry feel survivable, I swear. If this poem gets a smile, a handshake, or even a tour to the State House, then Mom at home, I did well. Thank you.
give them another round of applause, please. It was a wonderful presentation. Thank you very much, Farasi Lane Secondary School. Your Excellency, the First Lady, Mama Rachel Ruto, the MP for Westlands, Mr. Tim Wanyonyi, Principal of the school, members of the Diplomatic Corps, teachers, distinguished guests, students, ladies and gentlemen. Good afternoon. Your Excellency, let me begin by thanking you. Thank you for your continued support to the Kenya Permanent Mission, to UN Habitat, and to the work of UN Habitat itself. You have continued to support us in advancing sustainable urbanization and the work of the UN Habitat in general. Your Excellency, we fondly recall that in 2023, you were with us during the UN Habitat Assembly, leading the Cycling for Sustainability event, which was held alongside the second session of the UN Habitat Assembly. At the time, that initiative brought visibility to active mobility and community-centered urban development. And the UN Special Envoy has talked in depth around the issues of road safety, so I will not repeat those. Today, we build on that spirit of that cooperation that you began in 2023. Today, we are focusing on a different initiative, which is the Mama Kitchen Initiative, and we are honored by Farasi Lane Primary School, Farasi Lane Comprehensive School, that has graciously accepted to host us this afternoon. Your Excellency, this initiative is not only timely, it is transformative. And we have heard from the students, Mora and somebody from, Michelle. Mora and Michelle from Nairobi. Lorraine and Michelle, my apologies. We have also heard from State House, was it? Yeah. Bensouda, we have heard from Bensouda. The way this initiative is transforming their lives in the school. So, Your Excellency, this demonstrates how very simple local solutions can address complex urban challenges. The challenges we are addressing are food security, and the students have highlighted it. We are addressing the issue of malnutrition. We are addressing the issue of limited access to nutritious food, and particularly in low-income neighborhoods and school environments. This initiative, Your Excellency, is not only consistent with the theme of the ongoing UN Habitat Assembly, but also resonates with a new UN Habitat Strategic Plan that is under consideration at the UN Habitat Assembly. We have anecdotal evidence which suggests that poor nutrition adversely affects the physical and mental capacity of individuals. For adults, this hampers their productivity levels, making them more susceptible to poverty. For children, poverty hinders their ability to access safe, sufficient, and nutritious food. And this also affects their performance in school, and thereby compromising all educational outcomes. Additionally, Your Excellency, this initiative speaks directly to the Sustainable Goal number 2 on zero hunger by making nutritious food more accessible to urban communities, particularly children in schools. It is a powerful example, ladies and gentlemen, of how urban spaces can be transformed into hubs of health, learning, and resilience, beginning right at the community level. In so doing, it also reinforces the idea that achieving a sustainable urban future must start with securing the basic needs of all residents. This initiative, Your Excellency, also demonstrates how cities and communities can drive progress towards SDG 11 on sustainable cities and communities through practical and innovative solutions. It is for this reason, Your Excellency, that we salute you for this transformative initiative that aims to ensure that families have access to fresh, nutritious food. Indeed, the availability of homegrown fruits and vegetables, some of which we have planted this morning, also create an income-generating activity for the parents therefore addressing poverty in the household. We are particularly pleased, as I said before, that this initiative will support one of the key outcomes of the new strategic plan, which is the UN Habitat's role in promoting equitable and inclusive prosperity for poverty eradication. With those few remarks, ladies and gentlemen, please let us be standing to welcome Her Excellency, the First Lady of the Republic of Kenya, Mama Rachel Ruto, to address us. Karibu, Mama.
Thank you very much. We may be seated. Ambassador Grace Okara, Kenya's permanent representative to UN Habitat, Michael Maynard, Deputy Executive Director, UN Habitat, Jean Todd, UN Special Envoy for Road Safety, Honorable Tim Wanyonyi, Member of Parliament for Westlands constituency, elected leaders present, including our MCA, members of the diplomatic corps, teachers, learners, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Good afternoon once again. Habari zenu wanafunzi. Salimiane, Bwana Yesu asifiwe. Asante sana. I am honored and delighted to join you today at Farasi Primary School as we showcase the innovative Mama Kitchen Garden under the Feed One End Hunger Initiative, a program that combats hunger and improves the nutritional value of food for public primary school learners. Receive warm greetings from our President, Dr. William Ruto, who prioritizes food security as an important pillar in the development agenda in achieving a food-secure Kenya. As our towns and cities expand, agricultural land diminishes, which leads to limited access to fresh and nutritious food. It is our belief that innovative urban farming practices such as the vertical gardens, as demonstrated today, can help improve food security in urban environments. Urbanization brings innovation and economic opportunity, yet it also poses unique challenges to food security and nutrition. Ladies and gentlemen, our children's ability to learn, to grow, and to live a healthy, productive life depends on the quality of food they eat. This drives our shared goal of finding sustainable solutions to boost food and nutritional capacity in our homes and schools. I grew up in the village and attended a public primary school where school meals were in the picture. Every lunchtime, my siblings and I would run home and find our mother had prepared simple yet nourishing meals like pumpkin and pumpkin leaves to eat with ugali. Do you remember that, some of us? Pumpkin is rich in the nutrients every child needs to grow strong and healthy. My mother didn't have much, but she made the most of what was available, proving that nutritious meals don't have to be expensive or complicated. Today, we can do the same. Let's use every available space, even in urban areas, to grow food and ensure that no child lacks nutrition. Nutritious meals are within reach, just like my mother showed me. 2 weeks ago at the Koibatek Agricultural Training Center in Baringo County, we unveiled the National Mama Kitchen Garden Manual, which provides a comprehensive resource that captures the best practices for growing food in small spaces. Ladies and gentlemen, the success of the Mama Kitchen Garden program will be achieved when we all join hands through strong and sustained partnerships to scale and replicate this model in all schools, as demonstrated this morning by our learners from State House and Nairobi primary schools. Kitchen Gardens advance SDG 2 on zero hunger, SDG 11 on sustainable cities, and SDG 4 on quality education. It also reinforces the bottom-up economic transformation agenda on food security. Finally, we look to UN Habitat and the wider diplomatic community to champion urban food systems as a central pillar of sustainable development. Their technical expertise, advocacy, and resources are vital. Picture a Nairobi, and indeed all our towns and cities, where every schoolyard, every rooftop, and every communal plot is alive with greenery, where children learn agriculture through sowing and harvesting, where families supplement their diets affordably, and where women and youth transform these micro gardens into micro enterprises. This is the sustainable urban future we seek. In closing, I leave you with the words of Charlotte Mason, the British educator, who said, "A well-fed mind is a productive mind. Let us make it possible for every child, even in the most crowded urban settlement, to know the dignity of fresh, homegrown food." Thank you, and may our collective efforts today ripple outward to nourish our nation and inspire the world. Asanteni sana, and may the good Lord bless you. Thank you. Before I sit down, I just want to say one thing. When I came to this school, and we were in the holding room there with the principal right there, and Mheshimiwa and the team from the UN Habitat. There are many things when you go to institutions like this, you know, the teachers or the principals bring up. And I think it is only fair sometimes that we also respond to some of these things. Isn't it, Mheshimiwa? And I know you go through that every day. Let me thank even the principal and the people that run this school. I think you're very privileged to be within the city of Nairobi. And I asked the principal, and he told me that you are on 7 acres. As I looked around, even in the kitchen garden that we have done, I believe that we can look for some other space, Mwalimu, so that we can expand the kitchen garden from the 7 acres so that the children from the secondary school and the primary school can still get more food. And I believe with the team here from Mama Doing Good, that is possible, just to expand the kitchen garden so that we have more food and these children can continue learning. The other thing that the principal has asked is concerning the transportation of these children. He informs us that not many of these children come from around this area. They have to come from very far. And I think it is only fair for us who are parents and leaders to be able to support this school in getting a bus. So, Mwalimu, I want to promise that through the collaboration of our Member of Parliament and our MCA and the leaders here, God willing, we can deliver a bus before the end of the year, which will help the children. I want to really appreciate the children that have come from the other schools. That is, I think, Michelle, Lorraine, Bensouda, and even the children that have given a wonderful poetry and the good words that they have given, and just to give the testimony of what kitchen gardens are able to do in schools. And like they said, we want to work with the 4K clubs across the nation in all our public primary schools to make sure that we have these kitchen gardens there, because like I've said in my speech, food, nutrition is everything in a child. We keep saying that you cannot speak to a hungry child, and nutrition is very key. So I want to ask these 5 girls to come here. I just want to appreciate them. I want to give them a hug on behalf of all the other students. Michelle, Lorraine, Bensouda, and where are the other 2 girls? They didn't say their names, the ones that spoke here. they can receive a mother's hug, isn't it? To say asante sana for the good work they have done. Where are the other two girls? Wameenda wapi? Wale wa high school? So if they are not there, are they coming? Okay, I will hug them on my way out. Asanteni sana, Mungu wabariki.
Thank you, Excellency. Before you leave the stage, kindly, Your Excellency, before you leave the stage, we'll have a short photo session. We'll take 2 photos, and I will invite the girls to go back to the stage so that we can have the first photo of Her Excellency and the learners who participated in this morning's program. Kindly join Her Excellency for the first photo. Representing the other learners who are here today are the 4 girls. To join in the photo, kindly before you leave the stage, just remain on stage, girls.